Hey, what's up, Internet? So, Game Trailers put out a new trailer for Soul Calibur 2 HD Online, and I don't know if you know, but I'm pretty excited about this game. I'm pretty excited about playing it. I was a big fan of Soul Calibur 2 when it was originally on arcade, as well as when it came to console. From what I know, this HD version of the game is going to be based on the Soul Calibur 2 version on PS2. And it's coming exclusively to PS3, from what I've heard. I'm not up to date with all the details and shit, but they released this trailer. This is the first time I've really given a shit about a trailer so far because it's the first time they've actually shown like reasonably high-level gameplay. I think this match is really interesting. Now, I don't know if I could show you the whole match, but I'm just going to show you the first round, and I'm going to show you just a little bit into the second round. I don't want any fucking trouble over this, so hopefully I'm not doing anything that's against the law. But just take a gander at this, because I think it's very interesting. I'll give you a little preface here. This Nightmare player, obviously to me, is exceptionally good at this game, right? He's okay. He knows how to play. The reason I know this is because if you take close attention to his move choices in the first round, it's obvious that he knows what moves are very, very good with Nightmare. And Nightmare has a ton of moves that you really should not be using in this game. He's got a lot of fluff. And if you cut all that bullshit, you get a really, really cheap character. So in the first round here, you'll notice that he's using only like top 10 moves over and over again, and he kicks the shit out of the Mitsurugi guy. If you pay close attention after that, in the second and third round, the Mitsurugi guy, he's goofing around lollygagging, and he manages to win both of those rounds. Now, I'm not going to show you the whole match, as I said, but if you pay close attention, it's clear to me that the Nightmare player let the guy win. He makes obvious mistakes. He uses a ton of useless moves in the second and third round. So, I don't know why they put this matchup. It's weird. It's weird to me that they picked this match. I don't know who the players are. They could be Americans. They could be Japanese. Who knows who these people are? But it just based on my experience, it seems to me that this Nightmare player throws the second and third round. So maybe he's playing against his fucking boss. Maybe they think it was a sick comeback because the people around were watching, and this guy let his boss win. His boss is the big Mitsurugi player in the office or some shit. But I definitely feel as though this was a funky match. The only other thing I want to mention before we watch this first round is that after the first round, in the beginning of the second round, it's going to say something like Battle 2, and the camera is going to zoom in as it always does. However, I noticed something funky in the trailer, which I'm surprised they allowed to be put out in a trailer, which is the camera moves in and it quickly does like this jerk. It's very, very subtle, but it never used to happen in the old game. So as soon as I heard that this game was coming out, I knew that chances of it being exactly like the old game are very unlikely. Now, I personally hope that the differences are, you know, either negligible or they're differences in gameplay that are not latency related. If the game has like that lag that most HD versions have, like Third Strike Online or you know, all of them have Tekken Tag 1. All of those remade HD versions always have that little bit of latency. So I really hope that's not how it's different. But if it's anything else, I don't think it'll be that big of a deal, because the only people that really give a shit are the people that gave a shit 10 years ago, and those people are all just, you know, whatever, who cares? We want new people to give a shit. And I don't think new people will really give too much of a shit if there's minor differences in the gameplay. So anyway, let's watch this first round, and you'll see what I mean. The Nightmare player, though neither of them are using step guard, and neither of them are also using 2G after post-GI, what that tells me is that this Nightmare player has probably been told by someone to not use these tactics so that it doesn't show bugs in the trailer, or perhaps, you know, they were taken out. That's also a possibility, that the bugs were removed. So let's look at this first round, and you guys will see what I'm talking about. Fight. So immediately, AGA tells you the story right there. While standing BB, these are all good moves he's using. Top 10 moves. 6-6-A does the correct combo afterwards. Down kick, tries to ring him out with another AGA. GI 3B. That's like a textbook Nightmare round. This is a good Nightmare player when I watch this, right? Okay, now I'm not going to show you all the rest of the trailer, but if you go and watch the rest, the Nightmare player's gameplay goes right down the tubes. And the Mitsurugi guy starts showing his shit, and man, it is, let me tell you, not impressive. So I found that to be interesting, and the Mitsurugi guy ends up winning the match. So the politics involved and the winner of this match are irrelevant. Who gives a shit, right? What I care about is how the game ends up looking and how it ends up being as a final product. I will show that beginning again as I mentioned it. So it says Nightmare wins, and at the end of this, if you pay really close attention, the camera has this weird jerk. Right there. Right at that moment, the camera kind of twisted a little bit, so let me turn this shit off before I get people rappelling through my ceiling to arrest me. Anyway, I thought that weird camera thing was a little funky. I didn't love it, but it could be because this is an early build. We don't even have a release date for this game yet, so it could be coming out anytime in fall. All we know is that it's coming out in fall. So I'm not really too worried about it. I'm really optimistic, much more so, obviously, than in many other cases, because this game, I really, really enjoyed this game. So I'm staying extremely optimistic here until I get it in my hands and try it out. And I can confirm that it's a quality product that is almost as good as the original, or possibly better. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys and my thoughts on it. I think it looks cool. I think I'm glad that they used this stage in the trailer because this was a troublesome, pesky stage in the past. So that's interesting. The characters both look really cool. They look smoother. To me, the graphics, when they look smoother, they look more like toys or like they're made out of clay. I feel like it looked a little bit cooler on... I play it actually on my PS3 through the, whatever the fuck it's called, backwards compatible thing, because I have a Generation 1 Fat Boy, so my PS3 plays old PS2 games, and of course I still have my copy of my favorite fighting game ever, so I put it in there and it works, and I feel like it looks a little bit better on when I play it on my PS3 than it does right here in the trailer, but that could be due to a million different reasons. So, I'm just waiting to see. You can definitely see there's a difference, though, in the character models and in the stages. They look much smoother, and it's obvious that they went over everything just to make it look good. The life bars also look really cool. I really like how that looks. And I'm telling you, if this game, if the gameplay actually functions like accurate to the original to at least some extent, as in there is no latency, I'm sure everyone's gonna love this game. At the very least, just for fun. I don't know if everyone's gonna love it competitively, because there are some people out there who are a lot better than brand new players. But personally speaking, I think this is a very simple and easy fighting game. And this fighting game came out in a time where people played every fighting game. There wasn't a lot of this like, oh, Clockwork only plays Marvel, and, fucking whoever, Duck Doe only plays Marvel 2. All these guys played this game. This game was next to their game at the arcade. I was there the first day they put it in at Southern Hills Golfland, and you would be surprised if there was only camera footage of the people that were there for that event. You would be surprised at who was there. Mr. Wizard, all these guys played the shit out of this game on a weekly basis every week. So, I think the game itself is welcoming, a lot more welcoming to new players and players of other fighting games than any of the other Soul Caliburs that came after it, and probably any of the Tekkens as well, especially the current generation of Tekkens. So, whatever. Fucking just check it out. It's cool. I'm amped up. Trailer looks good. GameTrailers.com. You can check it out yourself. I googled it. Don't sue me. Take it easy, Internet. I'll catch you later.